of Christ, and you gotta be kind. And the summers of the vines, and the women walk kind. Heaven on the earth, to your life is a lie. Your will, not mine. Your glory, not mine. Never mind. Of the Bible and the promise in the pain. Feel like Apostle Paul every time I start to pray. It even Bill Paul, he could have paralyzed my brain. Walking with my father, man, he talked to me for days. Tired of these preachers who portray perfect life to you. Half of them just lie to you. Imagine what they hide from you. Just be transparent and describe the things inside of you. At least in your defeat, I see the fight in you, the Christ in you. All the things I wanna do, the things I want, I don't do. Things that I don't wanna do, I do though I don't want to. Mystery in you, liberty in you, the victory in you, no iniquity in you. The kingdom is a heartbeat. Let me see your heartbeat. On the face, trying to come
And an opportunity for these guys to get loose, find the range. We're almost at game time, folks. Welcome to 2K Sports. We have the NBA coming up. Great to have you with us. Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Anderson. And here we are, a couple of games into the season, Clark. You can start to tell which players might be in for a big year.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, some guys visibly have that extra bounce, that extra edge. Even after a few games, it's palpable and easy to see.
The starters for the Golden State Warriors. Nick Richards out there with Kuminga. Then it's MP, then there's Brandon Pajemski, and it's Porter in at small forward. Outside Brunson. Pass to Towns. Kicks it out to Anunoby. 4 on the clock.
Baseline, melodies, got me on the toe, all day, all night.
Well, these teams, Tim, don't match up often, being in different conferences as they are. When they do, though, they're always fireworks.
Well, the history is there, and when that exists, that's what's going to make these games extra special. Even if the players on the current roster weren't part of those rivalry games, they understand what it means to the fans and to the organization.
And now the Golden State Warriors started. They've got Porter, Pajemski out there with MP. Then it's Nick Richards. And it's Kuminga in at the fourth slot. Here's Brunson, following the basket by Jonathan Kuminga. They need this. The Warriors pull it in. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
Yeah, and that one, their rebounding was the difference. Big disparity between the two teams.
I love it when a team comes out and sets the tone physically.
So it's the Knicks now. The Warriors making the shot. Pass to Towns. Shoots over Richards. Shot clock at 6. Brunson, no good.
Well, they did a great job putting a body on him, and they didn't allow him to convert.
MP against Anunoby. Here's Alston.
When they evil, desolated temple where nobody now inhabits. Bad habits and magic and habit is what was practiced. Graver statues of a God that hands created. Graver statues of a God that hand created. There's danger checking horoscope. Watch out for astrology. Anything you put before the Lord is called idolatry. They all just point.
So on the floor for Golden State, Brandon Pajemski out there with MP. Then it's Michael Porter. Then there's Nick Richards. And it's Kuminga in at the power forward position.
It's crazy, man, how God can make it. They Holy Spirit, please examine me and search me. Renouncing anything in life that ever cursed me. When you increase the heat, these vipers start to come out. And you can always catch a snake sticking his tongue out. Gossip is a poison people drink when they feel bitter. Fill it up with slander, sip the cup with other sinners.
Here's Brunson. This could not put it together in that loss to San Antonio. Setting the floor for the Warriors. Nick Richards out there with Jonathan Kuminga. Then there's Brandon Pajemski. Then it's MP. And it's Porter in at the 3 spot.
Defense pulled out all the stop to shut him down there.
With less than a handful of games completed, Richard, we're starting to see teams emerge.
You usually need about 10 games or so to figure out who's going to compete in their divisions. Numbers tend to regulate themselves over a couple of months.
And so Mike Brown calls a timeout. This now will give them a chance to discuss some potential changes. They're getting their first look of the season at the Warriors in this one.
It just takes seconds now for you and yours to slip. Thought you had a grip on life and lost your grip. Trying to build your castle, you forgot to count your costs.
On the wing, Bridges, defended by Kuminga. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal spin. And we've got a moment now to look at the highest scoring teams in the NBA from last season. The Warriors, number 1.
Yeah, number 1 in the league in terms of points per game a season ago. They play as a team, just really unselfish in terms of their brand of basketball.
Now, here's MP. Game an incredible scoring display for him.
Oh, man, MP to be young again.
Oh, that's an outstanding view from the AT&T Connected Cam. For New York, they've gone 0-3 from the field to start the game. Brunson, no good.
They are 0 for the game thus far. 0-4 here, still looking for their first win.
And that one drops for him.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Here's Brunson. New York, no good that time either.
You know, some people could say he's struggling on offense this period. I like to think of more of drowning. Just can't seem to find his confidence.
And that one's good by Porter.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Knicks trail by 18. Runs in the basket, Bridges. Ananobi is screen on Kuminga. In the corner, it's Bridges. New York moving it around. Ananobi finds Brunson. Just ready to shoot. Here's Towns. Drilled from 11 feet out.
So skilled working inside. Towns knows how to operate down low.
The offensive skill set.
Me, but I guarantee you only cancel God.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. And so in the game for the Warriors, Nick Richards out there with Kuminga. Then there's Brandon Pajemski. Then it's Michael Porter. And it's MP in at point guard.
So far, they're owning both ends of the floor. We'll see if they can keep this going. And, you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that. If you're on that side of the scoreboard, and they are landing some haymakers now.
There's always going to be player movement in the offseason. I have to imagine some of those guys are still meshing with their new team brand.
Well, it depends on the player, B.A. With young guys, it can take more time to adapt. But for the veterans, they know what their game is about by this point.
Now here's Pajemski. 8 points in his last time out. Pass to Porter. Shot clock at 6. Austin with a bucket.
Wow! On fire. They haven't missed a shot so far.
Porter with the steal. Back to MP. Outside Porter. Down low. Out to Kuminga. Pass to MP. It's Pajemski on the wing. Just 5 to shoot. Oh, it's stolen by Towns. Anunoby passes to Bridges.
I don't care about the trench. Selling out to be fake. You can sell your soul. I'ma tell my foe.
So for the Golden State Warriors right now, we've got Brandon Pajemski. Down the
Bryson, I love your music, but your comments are really good, and I really appreciate it if you made a song supporting the LGBT community.
I like Libby, I like Bronze, so my Bible, I like
Here's Brunson. Really had his troubles in that loss to San Antonio. Just couldn't find his rhythm on the floor for the Warriors. They've got Nick Richards. Jonathan Kuminga is out there with Michael Porter. Then there's Brandon Pajemski. And it's Alston in at the point. Well, Doris, the season is just getting underway. How together do you expect teams to be at this point?
Well, it depends, BA. Are you experienced or are you young? And I know this, the first 20 games usually are a very good indicator of how your season is going to play out.
Now here's Bridges.
You might wanna turn my album on to sit back and listen. They trying to say I switched up. No, I didn't. I can spell it out for you if you're paying attention. Ain't it up for liberty? Nah, legs, man. And the jeans, hey, that's from my favorite wear, man. It's for the beat, for the book, they get them blessings. And the people trucking off back and stampede.
Now that the regular season is underway, we can really start to see what these teams are made of, RJ.
Yeah, things will change throughout the year, sure.
I wanna do it anyway, cause I like fucking myself. I like Libby, I like Bronze, so my Bible, I like Trump. If it's people won't smoke, tell them this ain't what they want. Hey, God got my bag, homie, I can never front. Hey, God got my bag, homie, I can never front. I like Libby, I like Bronze, so my Bible, I like Trump. If the people won't smoke, tell them this ain't what they want. Hey, God got my bag, homie, I can never front. Hey, God got my bag, homie, I can never front.
Brunson outside. A handful of games now played this season, Clark. What can these teams take away from their first few games?
And your daddy is the black. Yes, you could be gay and be conservative, but I am not gonna dump him on that train. I'm a preservative, preserving Christian values. He's the king, there's no alternative. So I'ma be the one to shout it loud, cause that's my purpose, kid. Hey, listen, man, the song is way too easy. It doesn't matter better, okay, it's all easy. LGBTQ is love and take a bunch of sleazies, and I know that.
And here in the early season, Tim, what are you watching from these teams now?
Well, I'm looking in BA for roles and how they have evolved and changed from a year ago. It's amazing how much difference just one season can make, putting guys in better positions to succeed.
How much will rotations change each month now?
Significantly. I think coaches are trying to find out who they can trust as you get deeper into the season.
And so in the game for the Warriors, Brandon Pajemski out there with MP. Then it's Kuminga. Then it's Michael Porter. And it's Richards in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And here's Brunson from the arc. Warriors with the rebound. Richards has got rebound number 7 tonight. MP, the pass to Richards. Good, and the assist goes to MP. Austin's got his 6th assist of the night.
You can't help but look toward their defense. They're totally lost.
Now a timeout called by New York. Interesting to look back at last season. These were the NBA's best transition teams. The Warriors, number 1.
If this team had a chance to push it last season, they did. The best fast break team in the league.
Outside Anunoby. Bridges outside. And the Knicks miss again.
Hey, sometimes the best looks don't equate to points.
Alston. And MP throws it down hard.
Okay, young man. We see you, MP. We know you for real.
An impressive display. How about that look on the AT&T connected cam? Now here's Bridges. In his last outing, 16 points for him. Anunoby finds Brunson. New York working the ball around now. Anunoby passes to Brunson. To the paint. They get back on track.
I am not a quitter. I'm coming for you.
And Brunson's got the ball here for the Knicks. First chance of the year for them to go up against this Warriors team. On the floor for the Warriors. They've got Jonathan Kuminga. MP is out there with Brandon Bajemski. Then there's Nick Richards. And it's Porter in at the three. I think what excites me the most early in the season is the uncertainty of the journey, Doris.
Oh, there's no doubt. Everything's in front of you, and that goes for every team in the league. Fans know it, players know it. All the arenas right now still full of optimism.
Jazz was all business. He dropped an amazing number of points, and he registered a triple-double, showing off all of his skills. And just a huge game for him. His coaches would love to see him do.
It's 2020, man. You might just need a bib here. Give me all the smoke. I want all of the live tears. Cry me a river, man. Man, I can't wait to see all the lives lose.
Do it again, guys.
Great report there, Allie. Yeah, he was unstoppable during certain stretches. It'd be great to see him top that performance tonight.
Well, his team needs him to contribute. When he's on his A game, he just makes play after play.
Well, when you're coming off a game like he had, you know the difference tonight. They're going to load up against him. They're going to try to take him out of his rhythm early.
And the Warriors with possession here after the basket by New York on the other end.
This has been just a dreadful start for them defensively. Not good at all.
Brunson passes to Towns. Richards pulls it in. Richards just got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Richards with a screen. And here's MP from outside. And the Warriors with another three.
Boy, he is just doing it all right now. And the more the ball goes through the net, the more his confidence grows.
Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rush stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Boy, felt like he let that possession get personal. Trying to answer back with a three of his own there.
Now here's MP. Last game, an incredible scoring display for him.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Porter's gone 2 for 2 from distance tonight. Pass to Towns. The kick out to Brunson.
Honestly, you know it, don't know life is real. This ain't no monopoly. Works for you, I'll make a deal. It's only looks like God, it's not your property. But honestly, you know it, don't know life is real. I'm a pick and buy.
RJ, when you were playing in this league, how long did it take you into a new season to find your rhythm?
Honestly, once I made my first shot of the season, I felt okay. It's something about making that first shot that feels like the season has gotten started.
Setting the floor for the Warriors. We've got them.
You on that list? Are you on the bench and don't think he exists? Where you gonna go? Time's running out, better know. Where you gonna go? Don't you know you got a soul? Soul that looks like God, it's not your property.
Here's Brunson. Did not look good in their loss against the Spurs the other night. And now with a few games in the books, Clark, are we fully back in the swing of things?
Well, I can't speak for you, BA. I'm still actually getting my own act together. I mean, it's the same for teams out there. Some teams, anyway. But we really are off to the races here, and this season is shaping up nicely.
On the floor for the Warriors. We've got Brandon Pajemski, Nick Richards out there with Kuminga. Then it's Michael Porter, and it's Alston in at the point. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Well, MP in their last time out against Utah was all business. He had an unbelievable amount of points, and he did everything else he could have wanted as well.
So it's Brunson who brings up the ball for New York. First chance of the year for them to go up against this Warriors team. So early on in the season, Tim, what are you focusing on right now watching these teams?
Well, I'm looking at what these coaches have done to implement the new guys on their roster, which means you add some wrinkles offensively, and it's surprising sometimes how those new looks unlock.
Listen, you gonna see when he touchdown. He's sending a